Good evening and welcome to the National News broadcast, bringing to you live from the National News studios here at Rupavahini. We are ready to bring you the top stories here at home and around the world. I'm Charita Minipurarachi.
A pleasant evening. I'm Dilanjali Ananda and these are headlines for tonight. A new Chief Justice swears in. University of Parahara assures the IMF commendations on Sri Lanka's economic trends. Positive proposals of the Student Parliament are to be considered for new educational reforms. Plans to formulate 15,000 new youth entrepreneurs. The health service in a massive transformation. 3 school children devise a mobile app to minimize the elephant-human conflict. The Paddy Marketing Board already receives 3,500 metric tons of paddy. 6 persons killed and 35 injured in a stampede in a Hindu Kovil in India.
One of those and other stories in detail now, and starting off with the top local story. Justice Preeti Padman Surasena, the most senior Supreme Court judge, was sworn in as the new Chief Justice of Sri Lanka this morning at the Presidential Secretariat before President Anura Kumar Dissanayake. Justice Preeti Padman Surasena is the 49th Chief Justice of Sri Lanka. Justice Surasena's name was recently approved by the Constitutional Council for the vacancy created by the retirement of former Chief Justice Burdu Nirupa Pudzinga Fernando. Having been called to the bar in 1989, Preeti Padman Surasena subsequently joined the Attorney General's Department, serving as a State Counsel. He was appointed as a High Court judge in 2007. In 2016, he was appointed as a Court of Appeal judge, becoming the President of the Court of Appeal in 2018 and a Supreme Court judge in 2019. Since then, Preeti Padman Surasena has served as a Supreme Court judge. Dr. Nandika Sanath Kumanayaka, Secretary to the President, was also present at the swearing-in ceremony.
According to Professor Vasantha Attukorala of Parahara University, the International Monetary Fund has commended regarding a number of positive tendencies in the economy of this country during the 4th review conducted by them on Sri Lanka. The professor added that the IMF had pointed out a number of actions to be taken in the forthcoming budget concerning the economy of the island. Professor Vasantha Attukorala of Parahara University said that Sri Lanka will get the 5th rank under the 4th review of the International Monetary Fund. The IMF has pointed out a number of facts along with the 4th review. The country was able to achieve an economic growth of 4.8% during the first quarter of 2025. The inflation was also kept at a low of 1.1% during the same period. A commendable stability was also shown in the monetary sector also during this period. The IMF has pointed out these achievements as positive developments. It has also emphasized the necessity to increase the income in the budget for the year 2026. They also discussed a methodology to achieve monetary stability, especially in expanding state income.
And meanwhile, Prime Minister Dr. Haruni Amarasuriya says that the government is prepared to include positive suggestions presented by the Student Parliament to the new educational reforms. She has made these observations participating in a ceremony at the Sivali Central College in Ratnapura yesterday. The 5th session of the Student Parliament was held at the Sivali Central College in Ratnapura yesterday. The students who have conducted the Parliament were given the opportunity to express their opinions to the Prime Minister. Prime Minister Dr. Haruni Amarasuriya said that the students who had conducted the parliamentary sessions have understood better than the adults regarding the reforms. These students have properly analysed the reforms without merely accepting them. The Premier further said that these students have presented it in the most able manner to the good and bad features as well as challenges. She has also requested the student community to hand over their opinions to them, as a proper dialogue on educational reforms is necessary to create the most appropriate form of changes. It is a duty of the youth population to incorporate themselves in the program. The Prime Minister has also called upon the relevant personnel to conduct special parliamentary sessions in order to ascertain the views of students on educational reforms and to hand over them to the educational authorities. She has stressed that this is an extremely important procedure.
The Paddy Marketing Board has already purchased 3,500 metric tons of paddy. Chairman of the board, Manjula Pinalanda, said that an amount of 6 billion rupees has been received from the government to purchase paddy during the first stage. Chairman of the Paddy Marketing Board, Manjula Pinalanda, said that storage facilities have been opened in most of the harvesting areas. By now, 3,500 metric tons of paddy have been received by the evening yesterday, where only 20% harvesting has been completed. Another 80% has to be harvested. An amount of 6 billion rupees has been allocated in the preliminary round of harvesting by the Ministry of Agriculture. The farmers are ready to supply paddy, and the possibility of allocating money for this purpose will be looked into, according to the chairman.
A seminar was held in Colombo today with the objective of minimizing the ever-increasing number of vehicle accidents. Parallel to this policy, declaration of preventing road accident was also presented. Consultant physician Suranta Perera, chairman of the Medical Association of Sri Lanka, said that the driver should know whether he should be seated in the driver's seat or not, if he is feeling fatigue, whether he is under the influence of liquor or not. He should also know about his condition well. The driver should take rest in case he feels exhausted and should take a power nap for about 20 minutes. Officer in charge of the Police Traffic Division CI Rajapaksha said that steps have been taken to issue on-spot fines, and pilot project will be conducted on the main road of Kurunegala to Anuradhapura. It will be joined with the highway in the Western Province by the end of next month. Issuing on-spot fines will be in operation throughout the island, and to-the-point system will be conducted during the first 3 months of next year island-wide. The main objective is to establish self-discipline in motorists.
An exhibition of small-scale industrialists was conducted parallel to the 40 Years of Progress review of the Regional Development Bank at the BMICH premises in Colombo yesterday. The objective of this event was to appreciate local small-scale entrepreneurs. Minister of Industry and Entrepreneurship Development, Sunil Handuneti, said on this occasion that the aim of the government is to create 15,000 youth entrepreneurs. Minister Sunil Handuneti said that the Ministry of Industries will resolve the basic problems confronted by industrialists. He added that they have found solutions to the problems such as ingredients, space and markets. The minister further said that they are currently engaged in local manufacturing, which could compete with imported goods. Minister Handuneti also said that Sri Lankans should think a novel way in order to create a society of new entrepreneurs and industrialists.
The commemoration function of the International Mangrove Environment Conservation Day was held at the Ramsar wetland area at Anavilundava yesterday. The function was conducted parallel to the International Mangrove Environment System Day, which fell on yesterday. The theme was Let the Mangroves Grow, and the program has been implemented by the Ministry of Environment parallel to the International Environment Day. The government has implemented this program in order to protect the mangrove environment system as a step of the national program to conserve forests in Sri Lanka. Under this program, mangrove forest will be converted into forest reserves after selecting various mangrove areas of the country and will be protected. Sri Lanka has an area of 12,500 hectares of mangrove land at present. Most of the mangrove area is located extensively around the outfall areas in Putlam district. Thickly grown mangroves are scattered in the southwest, south and northeast areas of the country. 11 species of mangroves have also been reported from the island. A unique contribution is provided by mangrove forests created around lagoons, small islands and outfall areas in maintaining the environment between the sea and the land. Parallel to this program, nearly 67 hectares of mangrove forest of the Forest Conservation Department at Marabula, Vaulkale, Marambatiya, Mukalana in Shillong area have been named as Mangrove Environment Conservation. Planting of mangrove saplings was also conducted under the leadership of Minister of Environment Dr. Dhammika Patamandi parallel to the program. The program included creating awareness among the school children regarding the importance of mangrove environment. Deputy Minister Anthan Jayakodi along with a group of others were present on this occasion. Minister of Environment Dr. Dhammika Patamandi said that environmental pollution has become a global problem today, and Sri Lanka has a forest coverage of only 29% in the country, has also signed the Paris Convention. Accordingly, the country will have to increase the forest coverage up to 32% by 2030.
A group of school children in Amanpola has been successful in devising a mobile app with the aim of minimizing the elephant-human conflict. They point out that the app named Elephant Journey is capable of minimizing deaths of persons killed in random clashes between elephants and humans. Incidents pertaining to the elephant-human conflict are being reported from nearly 13 districts in the island. Many programs and suggestions have been presented to resolve the crisis since many years yet. The problem continues to remain at a serious level. It has been reported that annually nearly 400 elephants and 150 human beings die in such clashes. The fact pointed out by the student group was that if there is a proper communication regarding the loitering of elephants in locations nearby roads, many such unexpected accidents could have been averted. As a remedy to prevent such unforeseen incidents, an advanced level student, Binur Abhiratna, and two of his friends, Shamal Sniviratna and Sijita Netsara and Galgamur Ambanpola, have successfully created the mobile app. Such modern mobile phones have now become a commonly used device by many adults and youth. The app has the ability to easily locate the elephant roaming areas. Another special feature of this app is to report criminal activities relating to wildlife in addition to the deaths of elephants. This app could be used as a data collector as well. This group of school innovators hope to publicize the app not only to minimize human-elephant conflict but also for the wildlife conservation.
A mega turnout of the health service will happen with the progress in the preliminary health service of the country, according to the Minister of Health, Dr. Nalinda Jatisa. The Minister, joining a workshop held yesterday, the Foundation Institute in Colombo, asserted that steps will be taken to provide motorcycles to public health officials during the beginning of the next year. Raising awareness regarding the establishment of primary health service centres throughout the island with the objective of providing a more qualitative and efficient primary health services to the public in the future was also conducted. The workshop was organised by the Primary Health Service Division of the Ministry of Health and Mass Media. Minister of Health Dr. Nalinda Jatisa pointed out that necessary centres have to be established and the required equipment along with the staff will be provided by the government. It is expected to commence this with the participation of the people. Public health midwives should also be provided a place within this. A medical officer will also have to be included along with a dispenser. Another 3 health service assistants will also have to be provided. In a total staff of 8 persons expected to be attached, and many problems in the health sector can be resolved during the remaining 3 years.
The 20th Asia Media Summit concluded in Siem Reap, Cambodia recently. The event brought together global media leaders to mark 2 decades of dialogue and collaboration in the broadcasting industry. The summit was held under the theme 20th Asia Media Summit, celebrating 2 decades of excellence and beyond, was organized by the Asia Pacific Institute for Broadcasting Development and hosted by Cambodia's Ministry of Information. Over 500 delegates, including more than 200 foreign participants, attended the 3-day gathering, among them ministers, global media leaders and industry professionals. The highlight of the summit was the adoption of Encore Initiative 2.0 declaration, setting a new vision for future media cooperation and innovation across Asia and the Pacific. The inauguration was graced by Cambodia's Minister of Information, Neth Phekrar, AIBD CEO Philomena Nyanaprakasam, and AIBD President and Prasar Bharati CEO Gaurav Devedi, along with other dignitaries. Minister Dr. Nalinda Jatisa also took part in the summit representing Sri Lanka. The summit underscored the shared commitment to strengthening media's role in fostering cultural exchange, sustainable development and regional understanding.
As the Minister of Health and Mass Media in Sri Lanka, I'm very happy to participate to the Asia Media Summit held in Cambodia. It's a great opportunity to me share experience among regional countries regarding their experience in media, and we had several discussions with media ministers as well as the media professionals regarding the common issues we are facing, especially misinformation and malinformation. This is a serious threat to the common citizens. In Sri Lanka also, now we are drafting certain regulations to protect the privacy and identity of the citizens and same time to protect the media freedom. So in this summit, I have certain opportunities and we had certain discussions with my counterparts in other countries. So I wish all the best to the next events for the Asia Media Summit, and I really appreciate the organization work done by the AIBD.
Minister Dr. Jathis held talks Cambodian Minister of Information Neth Petra during the final day on the 20th Asia's Media Summit. Both ministers cordially interacted and thanked Minister Jathis for visiting Cambodia and taking part in the summit. Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa held bilateral meetings with CEO of Asia Pacific Institute of Broadcasting Development Philomena Gnanapragasam. The discussion focused on advancing media development initiatives in Sri Lanka, exploring avenues for collaboration, capacity building and strengthening the country's broadcasting landscape in line with global standards.
According to the Deputy Minister Ruwan Ranasinghe, Youth Council shall never be politicized at any cost. He emphasized this addressing the 2025 Youth Social Conference held at the Alder Provincial Secretariat Office yesterday. The establishment of youth councils island-wide is implemented under the Ministry of Sports and Youth Affairs and the National Youth Services Council. Accordingly, the establishment of 2025 Youth Social Conference and Regional Councils of Alder Provincial Secretariat Division was also conducted yesterday under the leadership of Minister Ruwan Ranasinghe. Regional Council elections of the Alder Division was also conducted along with this program. Deputy Minister Ruwan Ranasinghe said that the political system of the country's economy and became bankrupt, and the youth of the country also became victims of corrupt drug dealers. The minister pointed out that certain political leaders are complaining of youth becoming politicized, but former president established youth councils. The corrupt practices of Youth Councils Federation has been revealed by the Co-op Committee, and legal action will be taken promptly in this regard, and they have no right to say that the youth are being politicized, the minister added. We'll be back with more local news after this break.
Live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Welcome back. A special environment cleaning program has got underway in the Kaduvela town in parallel to the Clean Sri Lanka program. The work has commenced in Mala Bay area in joint collaboration with the three armed forces, the Kaduvela Municipal Council and the Road Development Authority. Parliamentarians Asitha Niroshana and Kaushalya Ariratna and a group have also taken part in this program. Another Clean Sri Lanka program was conducted in the Talawakele Urban Council limits to clean places where there is a high danger of proliferation of dengue mosquito larvae. The project has gone underway with the cooperation of the Linula Urban Council, the Talawakele Police Station and the Police Special Task Force and the public health inspectors and residents. A program has also been organized to educate the general public on ways to control dengue menace with the participation of school children as well.
And let's move on to some more local news items in brief. A lorry transporting rice skidded off the road and toppled in front of the CP Pura Vidyalaya in main area of the Polonnaruwa Colombo main road last night. Our correspondent says that the driver has escaped with minor injuries, but the vehicle was seriously damaged. A carcass of an elephant with injuries sustained in a fight with another elephant was found near the Mirishena boatyard of the Kaudula Reservoir yesterday. The wildlife officials say that the elephant killed was around 40-year-old beast which roamed in the Kaudula National Wildlife Park. The social media has circulated a letter directing the president by chief incumbent terror of the historic Vada City Kanda in Kataragama stating the withdrawal of security officials of the sacred site. The police media division has called a report from the officer in charge of of the Katharagaba police station in this regard. The police media spokesman says that there is no truth in the social media report. He adds that the security was never withdrawn and assured the measures are in place in order to maintain the same level of protection. A cattle that fell into a drain in Sahaspura Debutigada was rescued through the joint efforts of the life-saving officials of the Colombo Fire Brigade and residents. They have rescued the animal in an operation lasting several hours.
The second internal procession centering on the four main devalayas of the Kandy Asana festival was conducted yesterday. This procession is known as the Parahara of the historic Sri Natha Devalaya. The maiden Kumbal Parahara is scheduled to parade the streets on the 30th of this month. Upon cap planting, 5 internal processions centering on the four main devalayas, Natha, Vishnu, Katharagama and Pattini, is scheduled to be conducted. The processions carrying jewelleries of the deities are expected to parade around the devalayas. Yesterday's internal Parahara of the Sri Natha Devalaya was conducted on the instructions of the Basnayaka Nilame of the Devalaya, Shanaka Bandaranayaka.
A group of naval officers passed out yesterday after completing their training program at the Trincomalee Naval and Ocean Science Faculty. The passing out ceremony was held under the Navy Commander Vice Admiral Kanchana Banakuda. The group included 13 central officials of the Technical Division under the 38 recruitment of General Sir John Kothalavala Defence University in 2023-2024. 23 officers to be directly recruited and 2 central officials to be recruited to the 63rd Cadet Corps. The Navy Commander gave the awards away of excellence to the officers. Also, RWST Vaduge won the award for the Best Central Technical Officer of the 38th recruitment. Acting Vice Lieutenant GGDK Dayaratna won the Best Marksman of 2023 batch of direct recruitment. The Best Marksman of 2024 direct recruitment was won by Acting Vice Lieutenant TMPD Tennakon.
Hasti research publication compiled by Salinda Sambat based on the tamed elephant generation of Sri Lanka was unveiled yesterday. This was the second research presentation of the author. Salinda Sambat's initial work was named Ceylon Tuskers. Deputy Minister Dr. Namal Sudarshana has presided over the Hasti book launch ceremony at the Mahavali Centre in Colombo. A large group comprising of traditional elephant owners was present at the event. The book was written under 32 subtopics on domesticated elephants, which is a subculture of the country. Author Salinda Sampat was reported to have spent a period of 10 years in the compilation of the book. The Hasti research publication includes history of tamed elephants, indigenous and Western medical methodologies, large-scale photographs of domesticated elephants and details of past mouths. We'll be back with international news after this break. At least 6 killed in crowd crush at Hindu temple in India's Haridwar. Overhead power line reportedly had snapped and fallen onto a part of the crowd, triggering panic among devotees. Nearly 35 had injured in a crush after a large crowd gathered at the popular Hindu temple in northern India's Uttarakhand state. The incident at the Mansdev temple in Haridwar city occurred today after a high-voltage electric wire reportedly fell on a temple path, triggering panic among the large crowd of devotees. The police and emergency services rushed to the scene after the incident and launched a rescue operation. The injured had been transported to a nearby hospital, according to foreign reports. Authorities are investigating what caused the overhead wire to collapse and whether proper crowd management protocols were in place.
Thailand and Cambodia have agreed to hold talks in Malaysia tomorrow in an attempt to negotiate an end to a conflict that has lasted 4 days. The decision comes after US President Donald Trump called for the leaders of both countries yesterday to press for an immediate ceasefire. At least 33 soldiers and civilians have been killed, while thousands of Thai and Cambodian nationals have been displaced since border fighting broke out on the 24th of July. Thailand government has said a delegation led by Acting Prime Minister Phumtham Wechayachai would attend. Foreign reports have indicated that Cambodian Prime Minister Hun Manet is also expected to attend the meeting. President Trump wrote on Truth social media that both nations have agreed to immediately meet and quickly work out a ceasefire and ultimately peace. Both countries have thanked him for his concern and efforts, though shelling continued. Cambodia accepted his request for a ceasefire, while the Thailand stressed the need for a dialogue between the two countries. Cambodia had already proposed a ceasefire. Its military is weakened that Thailand and it's been losing ground and equipment to the Thai artillery bombardments and airstrikes.
Rasi Vijay Surya has established a new Sri Lankan record in the women's 5,000 meters event at the World University Sports Festival in Germany. Rasi Vijay Surya finished the 5,000 meters event in 15 minutes and 52.6 seconds. She broke the Sri Lankan record set by Gayantika Beratna in 2021. Gayantika had finished the event in 15 minutes and 55.84 seconds. Rasi finished the event yesterday as the 11th contestant, the 5,000 meters event. She has been able to set a new Sri Lankan record in the women's 10,000 meters event previously at the same sports festival.
The Asia Cup cricket tournament will be held from 9th to the 28th September in United Arab Emirates. The Asian Cricket Council announced this officially yesterday. The Asian Cricket Tournament of T20 format include 8 teams. Previously, only 6 teams played in the tournament. According to the Asian Cricket Council, this decision has been taken to give an opportunity for 2 upcoming Asian teams. The tournament will be conducted as Group A and B in the preliminary rounds, where Sri Lanka will be in the Group B. It includes Bangladesh, Afghanistan and Hong Kong. India, Pakistan, United Arab Emirates and Oman will play under Group A. Sri Lanka will play their first match of the tournament against Bangladesh on the 13th of September. They will later on play against Hong Kong on the 15th of September and against Afghanistan on the 18th of September. The grand finale will be played on the 28th of September.
Australia won the 4th T20 International against the West Indies by 3 wickets. Accordingly, Australia leads the series by winning all 4 matches. The series is being played in the West Indies. In the 4th T20 match, batting first, the West Indies team has scored 205 runs for the loss of 9 wickets in their 20 overs. Stefan Rutherford scored 31 runs. In bowling, Adam Sampa captured 3 wickets. In reply, the Australian team won the match by scoring 206 runs for the loss of 6 wickets in the 19.2 overs. Cameron Green was unbeaten on 55, while Josh English scored 51. Glenn Maxwell scored 47 runs.
And with that, we conclude the 9 p.m. news telecast of the prestigious channel of Sri Lanka. I'm Charita Vinuparachi along with Dulanjali Ananda. Stay safe. Good night.
Good night.